As an author, we know it's incredibly important to make sure we're ready to create content for our social media platforms to market our books at any given time, which is why I teach entrepreneurs and authors how to be creating 90% of their content in under 5 minutes start to finish. But we want to make sure that you are prepared and equipped to then create that content on location when something comes up to allow you to take photos and videos of your books whenever you find something that could potentially work for you and save you a little time and effort later. Let me share one of my top tricks to make sure that you've got your books with you at all times without having to carry a giant stack of books. Now, when it comes to doing content for your book creation, we want to make sure we're visually showing off our books. We're holding them up, we're talking about them, they're on camera, but we don't want to carry a stack of books. So instead, let's print our covers out. When you print your covers out, you can then take an entire stack of all of your covers with you, and you can put them in like a Ziploc bag or something, keep them in your car, put them in your purse. You have the ability to then take these with you on the go. If you know you're going somewhere, instead of carrying a big old book with you to a location or an event, you can just carry a stack of your book covers. Now, this is actually really easy to do. You already know the size of your book, so you're going to print this out in real life size, not small, not big. You're just going to print this out on your home computer. Now, you can go and get fancy about this, but I don't. I literally take my book covers and I print them off of my home computer, and I make sure that I select either photo or I select best. Now, to print these out, I'm using cardstock. This is not photo paper. Photo paper is glossy. Photo paper will shine in your images, especially if it catches the sun or a light that you've got going on around you. You do not want that. You want a matte finish on this, especially if your book is matte finish. So you're going to print this out on cardstock because cardstock, once it's printed, it does not flake off like photo paper does sometimes. So this is going to last a lot longer, and it's sturdier than normal paper. It also, because it's thicker, means it's not going to show through as much, which comes to my next little tip. If you don't have as many books written as I do, maybe you've only got one or two, but you still want to do this, you have to keep in mind that you don't want these to bend in your bag or wherever you're keeping these. So print out multiple copies and then do this little trick. You're going to print out multiple copies, and on the back side, so you're going to double side what you were printing, you are going to, not in a black font, but in a lighter gray font, print out information about your book. This can be the blurb, this can be the title, this can be the link to where people can find it. And then as you're out and about, if you are taking photos or you're talking in videos and you're holding up one of these books, or you meet somebody and you say that you're an author and they want more information about what you're doing, you can then pull out one of your extra copies of the book cover, and on the back it will have that information written, and give it to them like a postcard. So this can actually work to your marketing benefit. This is even something cool that you can take into a library and leave with them. Or you can take it to events and you can leave these pictures around so that people have access to it. They can find it, just like sometimes people leave books out in the wild. You can leave information out in the wild for people to take a look at as well. So this is a really easy way for you to then be taking your book covers around to create your social media content. And if it gets banged up, if it gets ripped, whatever, you can just print out another copy. And again, you can have these professionally done, but it's going to cost you a little bit more money. I prefer to print this off just on my normal home computer. It has good quality. It's not like anybody's going to be up close and personal with it, but even if they are, it still looks really good. And as long as your books are going to be the same relative size, you will have the ability to hold these up on camera. Now, as you're holding them up on camera, you want to make sure that you are holding it straight on, because if you hold it at an angle, you can clearly see that it's going to be a printed page. So as long as you're holding it straight on, as long as it's nice and straight and not bending over because it's a normal piece of paper and not cardstock, you will be good to go. So this is a very easy way for you to take your books on the go with you. I just put them inside of a Ziploc bag. I keep them right inside of my purse, and I travel with them. This is a really easy way to take my books on vacation, to take them to different events that I'm doing, and to make sure that I have them when I am ready to create my content. Now, if you want help creating content in under 5 minutes, make sure you let me know down in the comments. I have a full YouTube channel dedicated to this. I have memberships, I've got groups, I teach all sorts of things, and 90% of what I teach is free to you. So you have access to learn how to do this and save yourself a ton of time and effort creating your author content in under 5 minutes so you can show up on your social media every single day, make more money and more sales from your social media, but spend less time doing it. I'll see you in the next episode, because we're dropping videos daily to help you level up in your publishing, your author, and your writing career. I'll see you in the next episode.